Okay, welcome back to another episode of getting our GQ TD42 converted. We are back at HD Automotive. If you've seen the last couple of episodes, you would have seen us pulling out the blown TB, prepping the bay, and getting the new engine fully assembled out of the car and then dropping it in, ready to get it running. In this episode, I'm hoping we get a first start done. It's optimistic. We've got a lot of things to do. Wiring the lift pump, wiring the glow controller, tighten up every nut and bolt, run fuel lines, run AC, run heater hoses, put the radiator in, get the intercooler in, get the piping work done, get an exhaust on there. That's a lot to do, and we don't have a lot of time. So enjoy this episode. Hopefully by the end of it, we'll be rewarded with the first start. We'll get to listen to this beautiful Donnelly Engineering TD42 sing. Then I'm gonna kick today off with climbing under the car in the filth and putting a starter motor in. Wish us luck.
We on a mission now. We serving roadblocks, taking no shots, see the vision now. This from the ground up, put the rounds up, now we in and out. I see no limits, counting digits, it's no backing down. Check the check, we cashing out. Watch me rise, take it to the top. Wake up grinding and never stop.
Okay, everything is happening all at once today. We've got some fuel line hooked up to the pump. We've got our engine mounts actually all bolted down. These race spread mounts are the worst thing we've ever used in our entire life. I cannot recommend getting factory ones enough. But anyway, we've persevered and they're on. We've got Ryan helping us out while JJ's just helping fix the Pirate Camco jelly roll. We've got the wastegate plumbed, all the turbo and all that sort of stuff all hooked up too. Dump pipes all tight. Once his AC compressor's on, I think we'll put it on the hoist, get it up, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll have fuel hose and all that sort of gear, and we'll be able to start doing the stuff underneath the car. I think the wiring shouldn't be too hard for that lift pump either, because it basically, when the key is on, it runs, and when the key is off, it doesn't run. So not an overly difficult thing to wire, just needs basically 12 volt and the fuel line to go to it. And then fingers crossed, we get first start this episode. It's looking a little far away right now, but I reckon a lot will happen pretty quickly soon. So, giddy up. Here's our list. This is to finish the car, so this probably isn't going to be in this episode, but everything to do still. Lift pump, fuel lines, air filter, throttle cable, AC compressor, bell housing bolts, heater hoses, radiator, intercooler pipe and power steering res, tacho wiring, fuel sender wiring, glow controller, clutch slave, exhaust, crankcase breather, fluids, diff oil, belts, radiator hoses, tail shaft, gearbox cross member notch, gearbox mounts, trailing arm bolts, tighten the 5-link, power steering lines, AC lines, ligma, tuned. That's a fucking long list for not a lot of days we have left. Hopefully today we'll get about half that shit done and then get it together enough so that we can just hear it. I just want to hear it start so that we know it's all happy days and safe, and that'll be a really cool thing. Here's a little update. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, literally. Raining outside and also raining in here, depression. It's all fucked basically. Well, some is fucked and some is not fucked. So we've got the power steering res on. We somehow got the wrong lower bracket. We've made it work. Don't ask questions. I don't know why Nissan decided that on a garbage underpowered engine they needed to have 30 different fucking aircon brackets and power steering brackets and stuff, but they did, so we've made that work. We've got the fuel lines done up here, so feed and return to the that UFI 270 pump. Now, we were doing a fuel system rejig. We had it up on the hoist and we're trying to find somewhere where we can fit this fuel filter and primer with extremely limited success, because it's quite a tall unit. It doesn't really fit anywhere that will be higher than the chassis. So we're back now trying to figure out where to put it in the engine bay. The primer is not an important part of this whole process because it's going to have a lift pump, so it will always be getting fuel sent to it. But in the interest of tidy engine bay, we were trying to hide it, but there really is not a lot of space. The floor is really close to the chassis. That's a very tall unit. So, depression. We're currently problem solving that. But also, Daddy Hayden, who's just here, got this naughty little radiator cover, nice boy.
We're gonna, what's it called, CNC router in some brand names into that thing.
So this will be nice. A little bit of bling to cover up the radiator, not a bad thing. You guys even went out and put some holes in here for a little bit of airflow, just to cover all bases so the internet doesn't yell at us. And then we'll have HD, Donnelly and UFI across the top here, all the major players in getting this gorgeous engine together and in the car. We have got a radiator coming to put in this thing hopefully later today. And with a little bit of luck,
Turnkey.
a lot of luck, turnkey.
Turnkey, baby.
See how we go. It's all terrible. You thought I was depressed before. Fuck. I am a depressed sack of shit. But anyway, update. Shall we update the viewers, the lovely viewers? We came up with a solution for our fuel filter. We've ordered a billet expensive thing from Raceworks. So that'll be here shortly, which is super nice and JDM. So hopefully we can mount that under here because it'll be a whole lot shorter. Otherwise, worst case, if we can't be asked, then we will just put it somewhere else.
Won't look as nice.
Up in the bay. It will look nicer than the standard one, but it won't look as nice as not having it up there.
Right.
But I think because we're ditching the plunger, like the primer, it'll be sweet. It'll fit under here. All right, so in terms of things we've done.
Power steering res, done.
Power steering res. That's about it.
So much there.
Cool. This episode was meant to be us finishing everything, but it's quickly becoming not. Because that is a lot of stuff to do. It's midday on Friday. And let me tell you, nothing good happens after lunch on a Friday, so. We did go and get a nice PWR radiator. Lovely, thick, upgraded cooling, Australian made, no problems. But I have been instructed otherwise to get one of these for the purpose that our UFI fan is going to sit too close to the PWR and is probably going to smooch it. And we don't want that. So what we're going to use is just the TD42 Japanese radiator, like we have here. And this should work with our UFI fan and hopefully give us optimal cooling performance. Break everything while we're doing this. Look what this sweet princess brought us. Now, in an episode recently, it was brought to my attention that we said that we were going to cut and shut a tail shaft to take the GU front diff. But what we've ended up doing is swapping the diff flange to the right one. So this is just a standard GQ rear shaft now. Fully refreshed and balanced by our boys at Farrow Shafting. And then delivered to us by that beautiful bastard Bussin. That is good. We will now have 4-wheel drive.
3 weeks later.
Since we've been gone, Hayden and the boys have been busy. The thing's cranking off the battery, well, cranking off the key, which is a nice little addition. We've got the
How to do. If I didn't work here, it'd be super cheap, unfortunately.
big parts interpreter guy. We've got the lift pump in. We've got a whole bunch of stuff actually. We're getting very close, just waiting for some running oil and we might even get a first start. What's the benefits of running oil, JJ? It's no
content.
high zinc content and no friction modifiers.
And beds in the rings.
Beds in the rings and all that sort of stuff. So once that arrives, it's 1540 running oil by Penrite. We dump just over 10 litres into this thing, put distilled water in the bloody radiator, and game on. Suspiciously no leaks, which is weird because
Not yet.
we're pretty dodgy. Why is it I touch one thing in here, do one little job, and I get covered in dirt head to toe? Gross.
Diesels are dirty, diesels aren't dead.
This is exciting and kind of nerve-wracking, to be fair. Okay, quick bloody update to where we're up to. Water going in, fuel in. We've got fuel all the way to the pump here. We ran the lift pump off this little jump starter down here. We're getting very close. Once our running oil arrives, we will pretty much be ready to kick this in the guts and see if Corey and I built an engine.
Just got the whiff of a kick in the guts.
I do like a kick in the guts. This is our distilled water.
TDs require certain water filters that you can only acquire through Instagram DMs.
We are running this on Kangen water schemes. I mean, water filtered
If you ever wanna-
pyramids. I mean,
It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not even a scheme per se. It's
health water. send me a fire emoji to get started.
Alright, there's 3 reasons you're going to want to upgrade your fan on your TD42. Reason number 1, it just works a hell of a lot better than the standard fan. Works with the standard radiator to keep that radiator pulling a heap of air through it, and it actually makes your aircon work better too because it's pulling a heap more air through that radiator condenser for it aircon condenser for it as well. Reason number 2, it's a direct fit up. So this bolts straight up to your factory water pump, fits inside your factory shroud, and works with the factory radiator. So there's no need to upgrade other components or upgrade wiring, fit thermofans, anything like that at all. Reason number 3, it's only $400. It's the cheapest way to prevent any overheating with your TD42 and having the most airflow to get pulled through that radiator via that fan.
You need this. Yeah. You need this one. You don't have that one, it's not good. Buy now, hdauto.com.au. Okay, finally, they've come through with the goods. Penrite, 1540, bloody 10 tenths running in oil, and multiple filters. So I guess on the TDs, very weird, they run twin Z9s. I guess after a couple of heat cycles, the dyno runs and stuff, we'll drop this oil out. We'll probably drop those filters off just in case there's any swarf, foreign weird stuff or assembly lube in there. We'll drop that out, change the filters, maybe cut them open, double check everything's sweet. New filters, new oil, game on. Anyway, I think this thing takes us just about 11 litres or so, so we'll whack that in. We're getting very close now. Super keen. The guy's there's a hole missing the skin. You want these cross-threaded so it doesn't come loose? We enter the pointy end now. It's very exciting. We've got the right amount of oil in. We've got that running in Penrite 10 tenths gear in there. JJ's made sure the oil pump is primed, so we've got oil pressure. We've got oil to the turbo as well. Let's pull the line off and double check that. All these things are really important because if you don't and you just go and dry start this, you're going to potentially starve the engine immediately of oil and the turbo immediately of oil. And I mean, you don't have to be a scientist to know why that would be a catastrophic cluster. We've also just spotted that we had a little bit of a fuel leak from some of the pump lines, so we're just double checking those and making sure they're all Mickey Mouse. And then I think we're getting pretty darn close to first start, so that is terrifying and exciting all at the same time. Go on. Crazy.
Wow. Alright, put it on, governor.
There's only one way to run these things in, and that's hard and fast. Right.
Take it all
Oh,
you left that
why does it start so easy? It starts so easy. That's... Happy?
Yeah, mate.
Why is this the nicest sounding TD I've ever heard start? And all the rest of them like like that Kazakhstani
There's not really that many secrets about starting an engine for the first time. It should really be the easiest start it ever does because it should be the most careful thing you ever do is put a new engine in. I think a lot of people have it all backwards a little bit and they think that you know, it's like I'm not going to tune my engine, it's new. It's like, yeah, but you'll tune your one with 400,000 Ks on it. Like, so really, in my opinion, it's, you know, you want to get a good running oil for like the first start and first like 500 Ks, or even the first run on the dyno or whatever it is you're doing, and then drop that out and then get some fresh oil in it, and then that's it. The procedures are over. The first few pulls it ever does, if it's still running in after that, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, other than the obvious, like we've already spoken about, make sure there's oil pressure. Don't just like dry crank it without fuel so that you can build oil pressure. make sure you've got oil to your turbo, all that sort of stuff. Once you've done that, exactly what Hayden said.
Treat it like a good engine. You hope you built one. You hope you got one.
It sounds and starts like we've got a very nice engine, doesn't it?
Like a really nice
Incredibly good. Kind of a nice change of pace.
Pro
Slow
tip,
and reliable.
one pro tip I will say is see how we don't have intercooler piping hooked up. A lot of people, obviously, like we've just done, is start it up just to check everything's all good. You actually want to have resistance coming out of that. If you don't, and you want to rev it real hard and see what it sounds like and does what it does, by not having an intercooler pipe hooked up to your intake, there's no resistance against that turbo, so you're gonna like spool it up real hard and heavy, and that's not good for it. So just be aware of that. That's how you break the VNT turbos real easy, and that's how you could break this one. So don't rev it real hard when you start it up without a bit of resistance on it.
Okay, update. We've got a puddle of oil, don't we, JJ? But
Yeah, well,
that right there is
naming any names.
a puddle. Now, before y'all jump in the comments and go, isn't that a brand new motor coming with Donnelly's it? The only thing that I've changed on this engine since it left Corey's shop was we swapped the black painted rocker cover out. I say we. I swapped the black painted rocker cover out for this nice powder coated one to match the turbo. So there is a slight chance that the reason that it is pissing oil out the back of the rocker cover is potentially because I put it back on. But otherwise, this thing started perfectly, sounds mid, is the smoothest running TD I've ever seen in patrol. Incredible. So, we've got a lot on for the rest of this episode. Oh dear God. Okay, outfit change, new day, you know the drill. Here at HD, it is another day of accessory, auxiliary, buttoning up and finishing. So, what that looks like is we found that the clutch master leaking, ordered a new one. Remember that we don't have a new AC compressor, so we've ordered a new one of those. We've got a whole bunch of little bits and pieces, wiring to finish, get the tacho working, get power to the fuel tank sender so that we have level, get power to the Carter lift pump so that we can get this all buttoned up as best we can. We've noticed the power steering had a bit of a leak, so we're going to address that. We've got a couple of other little bits and pieces. We've got to get the bull bar off, we've got to get the grill off, we've got to get the PWI intercooler that we've got to get in there. And we've got Aaron Sapola coming in to do some fab work and get our intercooler piping done. There's a lot to do before this thing can go on a dyno, and you are going to come along for the ride. So, shall we? He hasn't had his morning cuddle. Just a coffee, no cuddle. He needs both his C's, cock, cuddle and coffee to start his morning. I gave him 2 out of 3 so far. That's the 3rd finally. It's all terrible.
He needs some milk.
PWR were nice enough to send us this piece of art. We will smooch in here. Just a couple of mates, blow a mate, like, you know,
Testing out the wind tunnel.
important that you hang it with your bro and you blow each other.
I'm more aerodynamic than a 79 Series Land Cruiser.
First things first is we need to make exhausts great again. This is our new Airflow vacuum canister, vacuum tank storage device. Diesels do not make vacuum. And for your brakes to work, you need vacuum. Therefore, you need somewhere to store said vacuum. Otherwise, we will go stop only short amount of time and then can't no stop no more and I die. So this is going to be mounted somewhere in the bay. Thankfully, We got rid of a lot of junk, so we have an abundance of space. This will get mounted up and we will store vacuum in here. That will allow me to stop the vehicle numerous times over without issues. Wait right there. We noticed that we were having issues with the clutch not fully disengaging, and basically the only thing it could be is the way that we've got this line. There was a port in this little distribution block down here that we didn't need, cut off, welded up, but we think there's some air trapped in there and we obviously can't bleed it. So what we got is this nice custom, beautiful clutch braided line. So that's just gonna go down there. We noticed the clutch master cylinder was leaking, so we've got a brand new one of those as well. So hopefully that fixes all our issues. This will go in, a little bit of wiring, bada bing, bada boom on the dyno before you can bloody say lickety split. All right, update time. What do we got? This is Daddy's GQ patrol checklist.
All right. The AC competition, we already did that before we realised the mic wasn't on.
Shout out to Berta for coming in clutch with approximately 12 minutes notice and gassing him up, O-rings, etc.
He actually prefers when you call him as soon as you need it. So
No notice is best for him, so if you want him.
I'm guessing this is by blood. What happened here?
that was me cutting wrist and then just dabbing it on. It's all terrible.
But they're done, yeah?
Yeah, belt house, partial belt, yeah, sure.
Fuel sender, we have that or not?
No, not done yet.
Okay. Glow controller, the engine's so good we don't need one.
We actually don't.
I know.
Unheard of.
I know.
Some
I told you.
TDs,
Not happening.
5 minutes later, starts, this, 2 clicks, done.
We're not putting one in it.
No.
You don't need it when you have a good engine.
Amen.
In fact, we're taking glow plugs out. Crankcase breather is done.
Dunskies.
And
I hope to God it's got fluids.
partial fluid.
Well, it's got full fluids,
Well,
but
that's
no diff oil.
Okay, so we'll
Engine fluids, done.
fluids done. Belts by blood done. Gearbox mount is what's to go with that?
We got 2 new mounts,
Yep.
and we've got to notch the front cross member because it is contacting because of our lift, but it is part-time, therefore not essential for this stage of the build. So that might be
It is in fact part time.
it's a future issue.
Well, AC lines are done.
Yep.
5 links are done.
Dunskies. Yeah. Down here's the exciting one.
Oof,
Don't show the people.
can't show you what that is.
That's secret.
Yeah.
They'll find out.
You
All
will
in
have
good time.
to wait to see what happens there.
I guess you could say it'd be worth the wait. Okay, this has been a monumental effort from JJ and the whole team here, and as you can see, our checklist is pretty much diddly doodly done. Now, next week's episode is the one you guys have probably all been waiting for. These things don't happen overnight, so you have to hang in there and bear with us. But next week's episode, final fab, exhaust, intercooler piping, throw a pod filter on the front of it, and get it on the dyno, see what it does. I'm really excited for that.
Give it some suck, bang, bang.
Say less, you don't have to ask me twice. I'll be here Thursday with bells and whistles on. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. We are edging ever closer to 70,000. Make sure you send this to your mates. Drop a comment. If you need any Go Fast bits or service gear for your vehicle, whether it might be a dirty Datsun or God's Toyota, hit up the team at HD Automotive. They've got everything you need. We will see you next Thursday.
Someone say Eddie.